Mistress Claressa Shields is back on the Jumbotron once again for arguing back and forth with fans in the DMs, and we are going to get into all of it. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking love. Claressa Shields, surprise, surprise. AKA Pap's Mistress, AKA Pap's Entanglement, AKA Pap's Pick Me, AKA Pap's Side Chick, or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. I don't understand, Claressa. You know what I'm saying? You are parading around with the married man. You'd think you'd be happy. You'd think you'd have something exciting with this fight that is coming up and everything else. However, it is not all rainbows and flowers that you want to sell to the people. All that nonsense you said back on your birthday that, you know what I'm saying, you were turning a new leaf and that you weren't going to be reacting to stuff anymore and that you were going to ignore anything that was taking place. All that just a lie that you told Angela Yee that you were not going to be responding to people anymore. You weren't going to be doing the X, Y, and the Z anymore because ultimately, you know what I'm saying, you got bigger fish to fry, except for when the walls are closing in and several opportunities and potential opportunities are fading away. This is what happens when you have nothing else to do, right? When you have nothing else to do, and you know that fight is not selling, you know there was a lot of backlash of all the stuff that you talk about wanting to fight the best female boxers, and you roll out with a announcement that Kay Scott's gonna be your opponent. No. Then you roll out with Zeus Network is going to be on the undercard. No. So by that point, you know what I'm saying? The tickets weren't moving, the sales were not selling, and ultimately you finally had to add some real fighters to the undercard. But even with that, the people still are not interested. So you have to go back to your default, which is discussing Pap, right? Which is discussing Pap, referring to him as your hubby, knowing daggone well he is still legally married to Remy Ma. Then trying to copy Remy's looks and trying to have a makeshift look wedding picture with Pap, you know what I'm saying, to promote his daughter's lip gloss. Like it's weirdo behavior. But it doesn't stop there, y'all. It does not stop there because once again, Claressa Shields is caught on the Jumbotron in the DMs, you know what I'm saying, in courtesy of Live Bites that got all of this. And it just gets to a point, and you can tell whether Remy and Pap were, you know, legally married still or not. Claressa is going to be in a forever one-sided beef, one-sided competition with Remy Ma, even though Remy Ma does not want that man. Even though Remy Ma does not want Pap, she is going to, you know, make it her mission to continue to talk trash about her in these DMs. So we are going to get into what the DMs have to say and then give a reaction. So the first one says, get off my page, jealous, witch with a B, groupie, witch with a B. And then somebody responds, you ugly, Remy is better, gotta BUTTSLUT. Then Claressa says, girl, y'all so intimidated with 3 laughing emojis. Then the person responds, hood rat trash. Then Claressa responds, FUCK her and you. And then the person responds, lowest of the low with laughing emojis and the peace emojis, the deuces emojis. Then it also says, Claressa responds, says, hold up. Then the other person responds, you're so jealous of the Golden Queen. Then Claressa posts a picture of her and Pap from that photo shoot and says, gotcha. And then the person responds, witch with a B, I know you lying to me, with laughing emojis. And that is it. That is all. That is it. That is all for those screenshots that were, again, courtesy of Live Bites of, once again, Claressa Shields showing that she is pressed over Remy. And ultimately, I do not want to hear it if Remy comes out with another diss record and goes even harder and starts spilling tea on the levels of obsession that both Claressa and Pap have, because Pap refuses to put a muzzle on Claressa. Pap refuses to put his mistress in check. And at this point, it's just getting to a point of, just blatant obsession. Blatant obsession, trying to copy all things Remy, and it's not hitting the same. You know what I'm saying? You get drug up and through here, still being in the DMs with people, talking cash, SHIT. You supposedly have the married man, right? In the physical sense. But mentally and emotionally, he is still with his wife. And that is what keeps you up at night. And it is wrong publicly dealing with a married man trying to push this boxing career where the doors are shutting on you. Because there's no brands, there's no sponsors that are going to want you to represent their company. And these are the type of shenanigans that are taking place. It didn't clock to you, it didn't click for you on that live that you did that any potential brands that were thinking of working with you had reached out to you and asked you, why are you always on the internet? And instead of you realizing, oh, this is not a good look, you continue to feed into the frenzy. You continue to blame everyone else but your actions. You're trying to make it seem as though there's a random hate train against you, or that people are being paid to say X, Y, and Z about you, and that's just flat out not the case. The issue starts and ends with you. You were upset because you thought that you could try to even attempt to replicate the Pap and Remy playbook and become famous off of it and get all this love and praise and opportunities, magazine covers, brand deals, reality TV shows, hit records, and none of those things has happened for you. And it's going on multiple years publicly since y'all were exposed, and your situation has not changed. Your position has not changed. Pap is not going to do anything to change, because he knows that you are going to settle for the bare minimum with him, and he is going to continue to accept the allowance from you and whatever side deal he has going on with Win Records and Salida Promotions. And it's really the audacity to get here on the internet and try to take it out on the rest of us when your real beef needs to be with the married man who still refuses to cover up the Remy tattoo, who still refuses to delete those Instagram posts about his wife, you know what I'm saying? As well as refusing to get that divorce finalized. But you want to sit up here in DMs once again and go back and forth with the people. And you want to talk all this cash SHIT about Remy Ma? I don't want to hear it when she comes out with another diss record. I don't want to hear it when she exposes you and Pap again of how trifling y'all really have been moving behind the scenes, and Remy's been keeping quiet about it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see nobody come on here and play victim on the internet when that takes place, because that is where we are heading, because you are hard-headed. You are hard-headed and refuse to read the room. Like I said, you may have the married man physically, but emotionally and mentally and everything else, he is still with his wife. And there's nothing you can do to shake that. You can't dress up as his wife. You can't try to copy her makeup and her hair and her dresses, her furs, her, thigh-high boots. You know what I'm saying? Try to talk like her. Try to rap like her. Try to be on reality TV like her. None of that matters. None of it matters, because nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. And Pap has got you on a ride to make sure you are isolated from your day one friends and your family, so that he's the only one in your ear telling you nonsense. And since y'all been together, what success do you have? And please do not tell me that alleged $8 million deal with Wind Records that sounds like a hot mess express, that sounds very sus. And you booking lower tier fights with somebody who only has 7 professional fights on their resume. And you're supposed to be the self-proclaimed GOAT. It is laughable. And having an undercard of Zeus Network is laughable. And begging people to get these tickets, that you ran out of people, celebrities that were supporting you, that you had to run to Monique to try to promote your fight. That is how bad it is for you. And you are banned from all things MVP Promotions. So the upcoming fight with Daniel Perkins, you can't even go and support. Because MVP Promotions, it means anything MVP Promotions has their name on, you are not allowed to go. You are not allowed to be on the premises. And you did all of this to yourself over a married man. So who is really the loser in all of this? Who is really the goofy in all of this? It's you. It is you, like the mistress that you are, trying to fight everybody except for the married man who does not want to let go of his wife. Make it make sense? So there's that, you guys. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There's that. That is it. That is all. It's Todos es final. It's finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.